After discovery of Harappa, Indian civilization's history changed out completely. Prior to that, Western historians were not ready to accept or to take out Indian history prior to 3000 years. Maximum they say that Indian history can be there till 3000 years. But after discovery of Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, and then other sites of the same civilization, our history changed out. But prior to discussion of Harappa, I must discuss something here, which is about Indian history only. As we discussed in previous lectures, that Western historians and therefore many Indian historians, they are not ready to accept that Indian history is very ancient. But from Indian side, we believe that Indian history is very ancient. Say for example, what is belief? I am not saying it is history, keep in mind. I am saying it is belief that Mahabharat war ended some 5000 years ago. Approximately, we can say that there are different forms of calendars in use. Out of that, Kali Yuga calendar, that is considered as beginning of that Kali Yuga calendar, was there after Mahabharat incident, or after death of our Lord Sri Krishna. Then we started a new era that is called as Kali Yuga, and that calendar is dating even 5000 years ago. Now here it is very clear that if this is the belief, then Indian history we can trace out 5000 years ago also, prior to that. Because you are aware that prior to Mahabharat, there was story of Nala and Damayanti. Prior to that, there was Ramayana. And before that, there was existence of Lord Parshuram. But we are not considering this all, what are described here as history. We are considering that as epics. Now, what Western historians are saying, that Indians are very poor in writing out, number one. Number two, clear writing is not given by Indians. Many times they are giving in form of story or figure of speeches, like metaphor is used many times. And therefore, it is not clear. But still, we can connect out these stories with whatever they existing. Say for example, you are aware a place in Maharashtra that is called as Lonar. Lonar is famous for its lake. This is crater. Crater formed because of meteorite fall. Very ancient crater is there, and the meteorite fall here, because of that crater is formed. Now present day, many scientists are saying this is because of volcano, and many scientists are saying this is because of meteorite. Today accepted thing is that this crater is developed because of meteorite fall, and so we are calling this as meteorite crater. It is filled with water, which is having very high salinity. Salinity means amount of salt in water is very high, and it is of alkaline in nature. You are aware of acid. Opposite of acid we are calling as base or alkali. It is alkaline in nature. Those who are having science background, they can get idea that pH of that water is around 10.7. That means towards alkalinity. If pH is 7, then solution is neutral. If pH is less than 7, solution is acidic. pH is more than 7, solution is basic. As pH is more than 7, it is going higher side of 7, alkalinity increases. As pH decreases from 7, acidity increases. So here, pH value of Lonar Lake is around 10.7. That is high salinity and high alkalinity is there. Now, what is the name of place I said? Lonar. So Sanskrit word is there, Lavana. Lavana means salt. It is having epical story, something like our mythology, that there was a giant named as Lavanasur. Asur means giant or ill-tempered person. So name of that Asur or giant, that was Lavanasur. That Lavanasur was troubling out the earth, and Lord Vishnu is considered as creator of this, sustainer of this world. Lord Vishnu buried that Lavanasur at this place. Now, to the surprise, this mythology or say metaphor is considering here something like meteorite fall, which is made up of salt that is buried over there, and therefore water is salinity, showing high salinity. If you are visiting a place, there is a temple having name as Daitya Sudana temple, temple of Lord Vishnu, but name is Daitya Sudana temple. So this place, I can say that records are maintained, but they are not clear that meteorite fall there and water becomes saline. No, they are saying there was a Asur which was buried over here, and therefore this crater is there, and because of that water is saline. So something like that. So name of place that is also mentioned as Lavan, salt, Lavanar, corrupted as Lonar. Anyway, but they are saying, Western historians particularly, that Indians are having very poor habit of writing out as it is. Second, the most important thing, many times we are not keeping records also. Now, if I am talking with this reference, the first known sacred book in the world, that is Rig Veda, belonging to India and belonging to Indians. And we are saying we don't have habit of writing. The world was not aware of what is religion and what are the thoughts. Rig Veda is clear-cut mentioning about many things, and that is called as Sukta. Su means good, Ukta means said, that is good sayings, they are there. Even Rig Veda is pricing out Lord Agni, that means fire, and all that there. We don't know exactly when Rig Veda was composed out, but many scholars are saying at least 3000 years ago. At least 3000 years ago. So these all controversial things, they are mentioned in our book, and we have to go through this. Anyway, so Western historians are having this type of opinion that Indians were not having habit of writing. No doubt first book Rig Veda is given by Indian. Second book about poetry, or say rather not poetry, music, that is there, that is Samaveda, that is also belonging to India. I should not say this is mere coincidence. The third thing, world's longest poetry in form of epic, that is Mahabharata, comprising of 1 lakh shlok, that means hymns. So like that, things are there in India, and these people are saying that Indians are not having habit of writing. They are having doubt that Indians were not aware of writing. It is said that they acquired a concept of writing from Armenian people. Armenia is not part of Iran. In present day, separate nation is there, but old days it was part of Iran towards Caspian Sea. So, like that, concepts were developed. Mahabharata, Ramayana, they are not considering as historical evidences. Then they are saying you are not having habit of writing. No doubt, Mahabharata is not 100% true. Say whatever that Astra means some weapons or something like nuclear bomb and like that are explained in Mahabharata. They are saying that this is all mythological. They are not reality. Anyway, but still, Western historians are considering that we can stretch out Indian history around 2500, 600 years ago, not more than that. Predominantly Indian history is calibrated with Lord Buddha. Birth of Lord Buddha is calculated accurately from Japanese evidences, and then onwards Indian history is calibrated with Lord Buddha, because at time of Lord Buddha in Magad Empire, Magad means today's Bihar, in Magad Empire the emperor Bimbisar was there, and Ajatashatru, son of Bimbisar, was contemporary of Lord Buddha, and so we are able to get historical records from this. Anyway, but this was the basic idea, whereas Indians were not ready to accept that, and ultimately it was there in Punjab. Today we are calling it is there in Punjab, but now it is there in Punjab province of Pakistan. It is not in Indian Punjab today, but in the discovery at that time it was there in India only, where Harappa was considered as source of very good bricks. A railway line was constructed over there, and for that purpose material required that baked bricks. Baked means we have to roast out that bricks, and that bricks was having very good source in Harappa, and so these engineers and all that, they were taking out these bricks from this heap. Later on archaeologists excavated and they got this city, that is Harappa, and henceforth whatever other cities discovered, they are called as Harappan cities or Harappan civilizations. This Harappa, actually word is Harappa, but in English they are not pronouncing D. When Indian languages are there, they are pronouncing R instead of D, and so we are calling Harappa, but actually name is Harappa. So in Harappa or Harappan civilization, we got that this is there in Punjab on bank of river Ravi. But still you are aware that Ravi river is having ultimate confluence. Ultimately it is going to river Indus. So it is part of river Indus basin, and therefore we are calling this as Indus Valley civilization also. So two names we are considering here, Harappan civilization or Indus Valley civilization. Now the excavation were directed by Director General of Archaeological Survey of India. The name of that Director General was John Marshall. So John Marshall, head of Director General of Archaeological Survey of India, and his colleague, that is Rakhal Das Banerjee, R.D. Banerjee or Rakhal Das Banerjee. He carried out again in latter phase R.E.M. Wheeler. They also carried out excavation and they got these cities. Now certain words I must explain here. Number one, as we discussed, excavation. Say word is cave. From cave this word is derived, excavation. So here literally meaning is that we have to dig, we have to separate out soil and get something archaeological evidence from that. Then we are calling this word as excavation. I again refer baked bricks. Say in those days, that means ancient period, people were using stone as building material. What is the difference between stone and bricks? So stone is naturally occurring. With certain weapons we have to just shape, certain tools we have to just shape out, so we can get desired shape of stone. Whereas brick formation is different process. Bricks are man-made and they are raw. In Hindi we are calling as kacha. So because in many books they are writing out Hindi words, and those who are not able to get Hindi, they will get confused. So that's why I am saying that kacha means raw and pakka, that means baked or roasted completely. That is called as baked one. So baked bricks are there and raw bricks are there. Raw bricks are not having durability, but baked bricks are durable. So here in Harappa, Mohenjo-daro and all these sites, we got constructions where baked bricks are used. Now that is the important thing, that Mohenjo-daro, Harappa or this Indus Valley civilization people, they were having this thing. Now initially we got this in Harappa, then Mohenjo-daro, but then onwards we got excavation at various parts in India. That means those days India as well as present day India, and we got certain cities in Afghanistan region, then Balochistan region of Pakistan. Maybe possible today I am recording there, Balochistan is territory of Pakistan. May not be when you are hearing out, at that time Balochistan may be separate nation, I don't know. So here, that's why I am taking names separately as Balochistan region, Punjab region of Pakistan, Sindh region of Pakistan, everywhere. In present India, we got these evidences in Rajasthan, in Gujarat, and in south as far as Daimabad. Daimabad is placed in Maharashtra, somewhere in Aurangabad or Ahmednagar district, that place is there. Till that we have evidences of Indus Valley civilization. So properly we can say Indus Valley civilization was towards northwest side of India, west side and northwest side of India. Now these evidences we are getting. This is first thing about this site. Now what is the peculiarity of this civilization? All these cities excavated, they have similar pattern. I am not saying same, similar pattern. Say for example, baked bricks are used along with raw bricks also. Well organized city is important characteristic of this civilization. Roads are crossing out each other in perpendicular direction. That's why we should say cross. That is there. Again, we have a city is planned this way. A citadel is there where important persons and important things of that civilization was there. Then common people stay, that is at lower side of citadel, that is observed. Granaries are observed and various similarities are observed here. And so we are calling this as Indus Valley civilization as a common. Now we have tools, that is we are saying carbon dating, of carbon dating, where isotope of carbon 14 is used. What is that carbon dating? We will discuss in chemistry lecture, particularly nuclear chemistry lecture. We will discuss this carbon dating in detail. Only here I should say that whatever tools are available to measure out age of fossil or whatever objects we are getting, biological objects should be there. Then carbon dating is whatever the available tools are there, out of that carbon dating is accurate tool. I am not saying it is most accurate tool or highly accurate tool, but out of whatever tools available, we are considering carbon dating is good tool to detect out age of fossil. So carbon dating, that is also showing that these cities may be formed somewhere 2800 to 2900 BC. That is the range they are tracing out. So Harappan civilization is also divided into different phases, that is early formation stage, middle formation stage and mature stage. So like that stages we are dividing.